Hey guys, welcome back to Alchemy Stars. Today's video is going to be a reroll guide. Now, if you rerolled using multi-instances in any other gacha, it's going to be the same. Basic summary is install on a fresh instance, don't open the game, clone the instance, away you go. Now, we'll go a little bit more in depth into it, and also if anything does change from this, because I'm recording this before the actual launch of the game, I will leave a pinned comment, and if there's something big enough, I will update the video. And also, if there is something going on, I will be streaming the game on this channel at launch, so that's why I'm making the reroll guide a little bit before, because hey, rerolls are always pretty basic. So let's get into it. Okay, so before we get into the method using BlueStacks, I wanted to go through this quickly. This is a really nice guide made by Juliwen. I'll leave it linked in the description. You can check it out. It has reroll, a bit of beginner stuff. But I just wanted to mention this one here because if you can't get an emulator, there's this one here where basically you sign in with your email and then you put like a dot at all different places in the name to make the game think it's a different email, but actually the verification goes to the same email. Now, I used to be cool with these things. I don't do them anymore since JP Blue Archive started banning accounts for it. So some people were getting bans and their accounts suspended for doing this method. So that's why I don't do this personally in games anymore. I just try and stick to using BlueStacks on emulators and rerolling it. There is also software for Android that you can get that'll basically clone a game or an app. I don't really use them, but they do exist if you can't get onto an emulator. But definitely check out this guide as well. As to who to reroll for, I'm just going to go into the game, have a search through, pick my favorite waifu, and then go for that. But down here in Juliwen's video, there's some targets. Definitely take with some salt, because there was only a beta to gauge this off of. So this guide, if you want to jump in, take a look at some units that you might want to look for, then you can take a look at this guide. But what we're going to look at right now is the method. So you're going to want to have your BlueStacks installed, and if you can't find this multi-instance manager, you can just search in your search tab BlueStacks multi and it'll come up. And so what you want to do is you want to create a new instance. We're going to go fresh instance, and you want it to be 64-bit. Apparently 32 doesn't work, that I saw from people on Discord having issues with 32-bit, so you want to make 64. Then you can select your cores. If you've got a really strong PC, you can go 4-4, otherwise you can go 2-2, you can go 2-1, you can go 1-1. Like, it doesn't really matter, you're just re-rolling. Now you're only going to make one instance for this, and you're going to go ahead and create. And then that is going to go ahead and create that BlueStacks instance. As you can see, there's this one down here with the red dot. Basically, the newest one will always be the newest number. As you can see, I've done a lot of rerolls in other games, so I've got a lot of instances that I've actually got to purge. You can delete them later, but I just, I'm lazy. But this one here, which was the most recent one with the BlueStacks 162, that is going to be the one that I'm going to use. Now, I would rename that. I've already done this and renamed it, my one, as Alchemy Stars base. But for this one, we'll just jump into it and show you what you're basically going to do. So we're just looking for that. Like I said, I've rerolled a lot on games. So we're going to go into this one. We're going to hit start. It's a fresh instance. There is nothing on it. And from here, basically, you're just going to go into the Google Play Store and you're going to install the game. That's pretty much all there is to it. There's nothing else. You just go into the Google Play. Now, if you are from the US and you want to get onto global servers, because the US has a separate app than global, I'll give you a link to QApp, which will be where you can download the game from for the global version. And then basically, if you download that global version from QApp onto your PC, you're just going to drag and drop it into BlueStacks, and that'll get you going. So we don't really need this instance. That's just an example of how you're going to open it up. You're going to go, you'd actually sign in, and then you go to My Games, you go to the Play Store, and you'd install the game from the Play Store. It's that simple. Otherwise, if you're from the US, you want to get on global servers, you go to the QApp, you download the APK, and then you drag and drop it into here, and you'll have the game on it. Now, once you install the game, do not open it. That's the key behind all these rerolling. You do not open the game. If we jump up here to my one here, if we scroll all the way up, you can see my Alchemy Stars base. This is my base one that we use. So if I open this one up, all you'll see is basically that home screen, but it'll have Alchemy Stars in it, and that's it. I never opened it. As soon as you get that one, the Alchemy Stars downloaded, like I said, do not open it. That's the big thing. You just basically close that instance, and you're never going to open this one again. Never. What you're going to do from there is you can clone it. Now, I know a lot of games don't like multi-instance rerolling, so for this instance, we're just going to make one clone. And what you're going to do is you're going to, once again, hit this little double square button, and then you're going to make a clone of it. So once again, you can choose your cores and stuff like that, but we're just going to clone it, hit one, create. and it'll be the bottom one. You'll see the little red dot there. And that's basically it. You don't have to rename them. Some people like to rename them. I sometimes do because I get a bit messy here, but it's just going to be the most recent one. And from there, we're going to go ahead and start up that instance. Now, like I said, anything you do on this instance will not impact that original one that you did clone. So now we're just going to open this up. Hopefully it doesn't take too long to load. Yeah, we'll be back in a sec. Oh, no, we won't. No, we won't. Loaded. Okay, so as you can see, we've got the Alchemy Stars. This one I used to have my hero on it as well, but you know, the game flopped. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to open up Alchemy Stars and get into the process and just show you exactly what you're going to do. So we're going to go in here with Tour Dog Studios. This always takes a little bit longer than I expected to. It's like, okay, this is going to fade out now, but you know, it really does linger, this logo. I don't know why. Might be a my PC thing. But then we're going to get the cutscene. The cutscene is actually epic, so make sure you go ahead and watch it and at least once, because it is pretty cool. I believe I skipped it. There we go. Confirm. Confirm, please. Please, please, please. Okay, then we get this. We're going to agree to all the stuff that they want us to agree to. And then this is where you're going to go different. This is where you're going to go ahead, and this one down the bottom left is going to be your guest account. You're going to click on that one. And then it's going to ask you which server. Now, if you're from the US and you installed it from your Play Store or Google Store, it's just going to straight ask you. I don't think it'll ask you any of this stuff because the global version is a different app to the US version. So this is for everywhere else. Like you can go JP, KR, SEA. I'm going to go global. I'm from Australia. Let's go global. Even though SEA might be a little bit better, it'll ask you your country. That is my current selection, Australia. Confirm. And then it's going to ask you for your date of birth. So once again, I did this in my other video. If anyone wants to wish me a happy birthday on my birthday, we're going to go with this. Month is the 11th, day is the 3rd, and that should be good. I expect in a few months, some birthday wishes. 5 months. All right, let's go. Next, so you enter that in. Now, they did say that the age thing is for legal reasons to make sure you're an adult. So if you're an adult, don't lie and say you're a kid because it might not let you in. So if you get what I'm saying. Moving on from that, this is because we're in pre-download now, it goes to this. And that's pretty much it. From there, you're going to start the game, you're going to play through. Now, from that guide that Juliwen made, you get to 1-4, and then it's going to take you out, do a tutorial summon. After that, it's going to like make you upgrade gear, I think, and then it's going to make you form your team, add like a new character from the tutorial summon into your team. Apparently that character is the same every time, so don't worry about your tutorial summon. Put them in the team, then it's going to take you to campaign. Once you get to the campaign map, then you're going to hit back. You're going to go to your mail, collect all pre-registration, go collect any achievements, get every summon that you can from the game, and then you can do your summons. If you like what you've got, then you can bind it to your Facebook or your Twitter and get your, the pre-launch event character dropped into it. If you don't like it, you'll simply go ahead and close that instance. Close. You can go ahead and delete it straight away, or you can be like me and just like have a million instances that's probably really bogging down your computer. And then you can go back up here to the Alchemy Stars base, and you're going to go clone, and you're going to go create. And then it's going to drop down. You're going to see the one with the red dot, and then you're going to go start, and you simply repeat the process. Now, one thing that I do want to mention, because people always ask this, what about deleting data on the game? Now, at the moment, I don't think the deleting data method will work, because when I get into the game, which I'll show you right now, if we jump into this one and here. Now, when I go with the delete data version of the game, actually, let's not even bother. Let's close this instance and let's jump back into the last one that we did, which was this one. And what I'll do is I'll delete the data. Now, it might be worth this definitely check the pinned comment for, because if it does work, I'll leave it in the pinned comment, because if it does work, it'd be great for mobile users. But I don't think it will, because when you delete the data, it does make you go through the initial screen again. So if we go back over here, we go settings to delete data. And like I said, this probably won't work, but if it does, check the pinned comment. And we're going to go Alchemy Stars, we're going to go storage, we're going to go clear data. And then we're going to hit OK. So that's clear the data. So now if we close that, we go back home, we open up Alchemy Stars again. Now you'll see that it does actually go through the opening cutscene again. And then it does ask you for basically to confirm the, you know, privacy settings, and then it asks you for your region as well. However, the thing that it doesn't ask you is for your date of birth, which makes me think that deleting the data doesn't delete that save file, but we can't check at the moment because we can't go into the game. Once again, check the pinned comment. And as I said, if anything big does change, I'll update the video and that will be in the pinned comment as well. But if we go here and we go guest again, after I deleted that data, you'll see it asks you for the server. I'll go global server again. I'll go confirm. It'll ask me for the country again, confirm. But then it goes straight into it. It doesn't actually ask me for my date of birth anymore, which makes me think it's still verified, which makes me think it is still the same guest account. And if you had logged in and got in, I don't think anything would change. Once again, check the pinned comment. But basically, BlueStacks, easiest way to do it, or any other emulator, LD Player, Nox, all that good stuff. Anything with a multi-instance manager where you can clone an instance, it's really easy to reroll for. And the cool thing about this game is if we go game start, it is actually going to download some additional resources, but it is only 75 meg of additional resources. So that is the only thing you've got to download every time, which really doesn't take too long, as you can see. But that pretty much covers it for the reroll for Alchemy Stars. Like I said, the game is fresh. There's no Taiwanese version, Chinese version, JP version that's been out for 6 months. So as for who to reroll, I'm picking waifus. You can jump into the Discord. A lot of people have a lot of opinions over there, but it's still very early days. We'll have to see. We don't know if there'll be a unique banner or anything like that. Maybe after a day or two of really sinking into the game, I might do a video of who to reroll for, but by that time, a lot of you guys watching this early will be done, so, you know, just pick your waifu. It's a PvE game. Just enjoy it. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Cheers.